Van Vliet and Trent. Barnes out there with OG Anunoby. And it's Siakam in at the center position. And for Brooklyn, Durant is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Warren. And it's Simmons in at the point guard position. A lot of experience on the floor tonight, Greg. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
Well, Kevin, guys are going to play smart, and they're going to be in position to make plays. So this could come down to just who makes more of the big shots.
Now, here's Trent. Pass to Anunoby. And here is Siakam, covered by Irving. Siakam against Irving, and that one drops.
Well, Pascal Siakam showing you I can do a little bit of everything. You need an offensive rebound, a second chance opportunity, willing to do what it takes.
Barnes against Durant. That's good on the jump shot.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Van Vliet finds Trent. And here is Anunoby. Back to Trent. The pass to Van Vliet. Gets a very good look and converts.
Well, because of his high basketball IQ, Fred Van Vliet understands catch and shoot. I'm shot ready. Jumper in.
Now here's Irving. Pass to KD. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
How about the quick jump from Kevin Durant? He was impressive on that one.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Pass to Barnes. Shoots over KD. And that'll be Toronto as it goes out of bounds. Raptors retain possession. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Here's Van Vliet. Releases from the wing and drills it.
Boy, it's going to take more than that to shut down Fred Van Vliet. This guy too tough, able to make contested shots.
And Doris, though he's getting the press for his scoring, and he's been prolific, Van Vliet's defense is equally as impressive.
My goodness, great instincts. Rarely fooled. You can't trick him. Quick feet, strength in the post. You see guys try to take advantage of his lack of size. He won't have it.
Now, here's Trent. After the miss from KD. Now, Anunoby. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Siakam. The 17-footer goes down. Siakam's got his second bucket of the game to go.
That's why they call him Spicy P, cooking up a mid-range J. Go ahead, Pascal.
Simmons passes to Durant. And then Durant with the jam.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Pass to Trent. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Van Vliet kicks to Siakam. Here's the pass to Trent for 3. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Trailing by 2. Irving finds Aldridge. Back to Irving. Into the lane. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist.
Well, this is one of the best in the league at converting off contact. What body control by Kyrie Irving.
Here's Trent. Great D that time from Irving.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Back to KD. That doesn't go in. had a chance, though, to take the lead. It's Trent on the wing. Passes it to Van Vliet. Over Simmons. Count that one from Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 6 points.
Well, there's a level of activity Fred Van Vliet brings to the floor every night. Now he gets into the mid-range jump shot, no problem.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And a guy who routinely outworks people. His team feeds off his energy.
Well, Pascal Siakam is a guy described by his coach as a speed player. We know the pressure he puts on teams in transition. He's willing to mix it up physically and sacrifice his body in the post, and this guy will leave it all out on the floor. What a ceiling for Pascal Siakam.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Aldridge. Harris comes in for T.J. Warren. Curry's checked in for Kyrie Irving. Miss Mills in for Simmons. Now, here's Trent, guarded by Curry.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Curry dishes to Mills. 1:25 left here in the opening quarter. It's Curry. That time on the assist by Mills.
I think he's adding more toughness to his game, and it's great to see Seth Curry stick with it and finish strong.
Birch the pass to Van Vliet. Releases from 15. Again, Toronto.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Pass to Mills. Back to Curry. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first. For three, Harris. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
And offensively right now, each team getting what it wants.
Yeah, this is already a high-scoring game, but we knew that was a possibility coming into this one.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
O'Neal's checked in for Brooklyn. Now, here's Trent. There's the three. Here's Boucher. No good that time. Tie game in Brooklyn. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And one of the game's elite closers, Kyrie Irving, describes his approach down the stretch.
For me, I just try to feel out the game, think about plays that I could run in order to execute. That kind of I've been holding on to, paying attention throughout the whole entire game. Where,
Greg, that's reminiscent of quotes we used to hear from Kobe Bryant, how certain moves and possessions set up defenders for the next time.
Well, Kyrie definitely has that Mamba mentality. Kobe was a big influence on him, as we all know.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
They've got Joe Harris. Curry is out there with Mills. Then it's O'Neal. And it's Claxton in at the 5 spot. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. And he hits the first of 3. Greg, you played on one of college basketball's all-time super teams. Hard to imagine we'll see that kind of dominance over several seasons like you guys had at UNLV.
It's true, and we still see dominant teams, but the difference is now the most talented teams tend to only play together for one season, and so that makes it really hard to run together stretches where you can call yourself a legitimate dynasty. But I still love where our game is and look forward to watching these young men chase their dreams.
And he makes all three. And the latest wrinkle in Seth Curry's game, creating for others with consistency.
And he's taking time with his reads, letting the defense commit, then making his move. All part of that maturation process.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Pascal Siakam was the most improved player in 2019. He says, I love that I cannot be able to do something, but if I put in a lot of hours doing it, I can become good at it. The former 27th pick overall said, not to sound arrogant, but I saw this coming. Guys, he bet on himself.
He did. He was smart. He certainly put in the work. DA, thank you.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Harris passes to O'Neal. He gets that one. O'Neal's got the lead. Back up to 3 now for the Nets.
Well, this is the court awareness that Joe Harris gives you. He is so skilled at realizing how to give his teammates an open look.
Van Vliet kicks to Porter. Back to Van Vliet. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Porter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I think the thing I like best about Otto Porter is his versatility and long arms, because it allows him to impact the game in so many ways.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Brooklyn.
We've seen a lot of their points coming off penetration in the first half.
And what passing we've seen from this group already, too. They could put up a big number in the assist column by the end of this one.
Free throw good, Porter. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. Then for the Raptors, Pascal Siakam comes in for Chris Boucher. And Anunoby subbed in for Trent. And Porter drops them both. The Nets with the lead. Simmons passes to Aldridge. Here's Warren. Pass to Simmons. And there's the drive. And then Simmons slams it in.
You can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. His confidence just soars when he slams it down like that.
Here's Van Vliet. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge. And along with production, this team really thrives on Van Vliet's leadership.
He sets a great example with his toughness, his dedication, and his teammates believe in him and believe they're going to win, partly because of him.
NBA journey is. Undrafted out of Wichita State, develops into a tremendous player in Toronto, and gets rewarded with the huge contract in the summer of 2020. What a journey.
Barnes, he's checked in for the Raptors. And so Van Vliet nails both of them.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Outside, Simmons. The pass to Durant. They double-team KD. The wide-open look here for Aldridge. And the 3 off target. And it's Barnes with the ball for Toronto. They trail by 1. Back to Van Vliet. It's sent back down by Simmons.
defender, whether Simmons is in the post or roaming the perimeter. He's a shot-blocking threat. And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Now, here's Porter. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Kyrie Irving grabs the miss.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Porter with a block.
Well, with that 7'1" wingspan for Otto Porter, he can provide some shot blocking.
Shot from 12, and the shot is good. Porter's got 4 this quarter.
Well, the size advantage playing a big part there. Just calmly rises and fires.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for the Nets.
Nicholas Claxton.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Van Vliet against Simmons. Right side, Irving. Steps back and trains the jump shot. Irving's got the lead up to 3 now for the Nets.
Well, smart play by Kyrie Irving. Just gets on the board in the mid-range.
Passes to Anunoby. 1:51 left to play in the first half. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's Claxton on the wing, Irving. He kicks it to Simmons. Pass to KD. 6 to shoot. Back to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
We can get lost in the impact Kevin Durant makes as a scorer, but this guy is so willing to share the basketball.
Van Vliet against Simmons. It's sent back down by Simmons. Left side, Irving. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Now it's a 7-point Brooklyn lead. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Van Vliet. No good that time, and Brooklyn will come the other way.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been helping at all.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's got 12. Will it go? Count that one, and the Nets' lead has been cut back down to a 7-point margin. Getting the points there from Barnes. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Simmons feeling it out a bit. To the middle, Porter with the steal. Pass to Anunoby. Now here's Van Vliet. Guarded by Simmons. Van Vliet kicks to Siakam. Porter passes to Anunoby. Off with the layup. And so it's Brooklyn, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Here with Nick Nurse. Coach, the efficiency wasn't there in the first half. What adjustments do you need to make?
I thought we got pretty good shots, and if we're not going to score, it makes getting our defense set up different.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 13 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. He's definitely heated up over the last few games, and we're seeing some of that same recipe here tonight. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the Nets?
The difference so far has been the efficiency of their offense. The ball movement is really good. They're not afraid to use the whole shot clock if they have to. Overall, they're making every possession count.
Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Raptors.
Well, they have to improve their defense. Guys were getting burned on the perimeter. They wouldn't put a hand up, as my man used to say, hand down, man down. Oh, you got to get some help. That pretty much covers everything, Ernie. Shot. You think they played their best?
No way, no way.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
Oh, his power is unbelievable. An intimidating force when he's at his best.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Nets leading by 7. And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. Guard spots filled by Van Vliet and Trent. Barnes out there with Pascal Siakam. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward.
I mean, defensively, you are just contending with so much when you're checking Kevin Durant. It's not just the length. This guy is one of the most skilled, gifted offensive players in NBA history.
And he makes the first.
And Kevin Durant signing an extension this past offseason, locked in with the Nets for the next 4 years. Seems like there's a very good chance Durant could end his career in Brooklyn.
And he can't hit the second.
There seems to me to be a quiet toughness to Kevin Durant. This is a guy who makes his own decisions, shuts out the noise, and is willing to embrace change.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Aldridge dishes to Irving. Durant down low, covered by Barnes. Raptors trailed by 6. Van Vliet outside. Here's the teardrop. Rebound, Brooklyn. Irving from long range. Drains it from beyond the arc. Irving's got the lead up to 9 now for the Nets.
Not sure Kyrie Irving gets enough credit for how good he is from three-point territory. He is elite from deep.
And so Simmons will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. And that one is good.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Now here's Simmons. And there's the pass to Durant. Back to Simmons. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing. When to rise up and swat that one away.
And the Raptors with some changes. Ken Burch is checked in for Siakam. And Chris Boucher's subbed in for Barnes. Raptors trail by 11. Van Vliet passes to Boucher. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Unloads from 13. He squares up and sinks it. Van Vliet's got 14.
Well, we've seen consistently that Fred Van Vliet can score on the interior, even if it's against size.
Durant just inside the line. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 4th assist in this one. Simmons against Van Vliet. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Simmons with the defensive effort. Here's Warren. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Something T.J. Warren has to his credit, Greg, is one of the more storied honors a basketball player can earn. ACC Player of the Year award.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of Hall of Famers who've won that prize. To set yourself apart like Warren did in one of the toughest conferences in college basketball, that just shows the depth of talent this man has always possessed.
That free throw good from Warren.
It seems to me, guys, that T.J. Warren every year adds one more dimension to his game. We know this. This guy can play on the offensive end.
Now, here's Trent. Here he goes. Moves back up. The shot will not fall. Simmons with the defensive effort. And here are the Nets. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Rebound by the Raptors. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Stolen by Warren. And now Warren running the floor all by himself. He gets it in there. 5 points in the game.
Well, you have to love the effort from T.J. Warren. This guy gets up the court in a flash to finish strong in transition.
So timeout called here, the first for the Raptors.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with the matchups?
Let's go.
Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Anunoby. Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Van Vliet outside and stolen by Simmons. A finish. It's hauled in by Trent. Raptors trail by 16. They get a hand on it. Van Vliet outside and stolen by Simmons. And the dunk by Aldridge.
And that pass-first nature of Simmons, outstanding at understanding when his teammates are open.
Porter against Warren. Outside Porter. Passes it to Van Vliet. Trying to get something going. Rebounded by the Nets. KD's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Now here's Durant. He's got 18. Good for his 9th make and just 12 shots. That's an even 75% shooting.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
And the Raptors call time here. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
Boy, he's been relentless, and to this point, they haven't had an answer for him on the inside. Let's see if they make some adjustments coming out of the timeout.
And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Aldridge. Harris comes in for Warren. Curry's checked in for Irving. This Mills in for Kevin Durant. Count that one from Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 16.
This guy is competitively tough and will not back away from physical defense. Go ahead, Fred Van Vliet.
Here's Curry. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
His first foul. Third team foul.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
They really haven't backed away from running and gunning at any point, but their legs still look fresh.
Now, something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes with their defense and then turn those turnovers into points.
Free throw good by Curry.
Well, I think it's fair to say that Seth Curry has found his footing in this league. He gains more and more confidence every year.
Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Then for the Raptors, Siakam is checked in for Chris Boucher. And it's Barnes in for Fred Van Vliet. So he gets them both. And here are the Raptors now. Now, here's Trent. Ball's knocked loose. Outside, Simmons. over Siakam. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. He has 6.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
That's a 2 from Barnes. It's hauled in by Harris. That's leading by 22. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And Simmons kicks to Aldridge. Curry on the wing. They double-team Curry. And Harris wide open. He shoots off target from outside.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Nets out in front, opening up a huge gap. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got Simmons. Kyrie Irving is out there with Mills. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Durant in at the small forward position. So that's the Nets 5. Here's Siakam. The kick out to Porter. Trent up top, covered by Irving. Just 4 to shoot. Second chance shot. And it falls over the rim and in. And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. 22 is their biggest lead. Releases. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Simmons dishes to Irving. Left side, KD. That one doesn't drop. And Toronto will go the other way with it. Porter looking it over. Pass to Siakam. Barnes outside. Right through the D for the layup. Timeout called the Nets.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break, mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
Checked in for the Raptors. Red Van Vliet comes in for Porter. Outside Irving.
Pretty pass by Kyrie Irving. Nothing like making your teammate feel good right there.
Raptors trailed by 18. And there's a whistle that goes on Scotty Barnes. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's Claxton, covered by Siakam. Goes up to the stripe, and he buries that one, trimming the rim on the way down. That's now 22 points for KD. Van Vliet against Irving. Siakam. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
His first foul.
I'll tell you, what a night. He has been efficient. He's been strong. Unfortunately, they're still fighting an uphill battle.
All that he gives them on offense, Siakam's ability, Greg, to switch defensively is key for this team.
And he can legitimately stay in front of guards on the perimeter. I mean, this guy contests shots without fouling. You love the combination of focus and strong fundamentals.
Throw good, Siakam.
One of the things that we're watching happen with Pascal Siakam is the willingness to accept more and more responsibility, both from a leadership and a productivity standpoint, guys. And it has been something else to watch that growth.
Durant drawing the double team, and the foul called on Pascal Siakam.
His first foul.
That's his first foul.
Team foul.
Outside, Simmons. 5 to shoot. Kicks it to Warren. Pass to Claxton. Shoots over Van Vliet. That shot off. And Toronto will go the other way with it. Siakam passes to Trent. Stolen by Durant. Van Vliet against Simmons. Now the pass to Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
It's this kind of consistency, guys, as a scorer that always has Kevin Durant in the MVP conversation.
Poke loose, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons. And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Team second.
Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. And there's the call on Durant.
Kevin Durant.
That's his first foul.
His first foul. Third team foul.
Toronto calls timeout. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
Boy, he's really had their number. They need to make some kind of adjustment during this timeout.
And your Brooklyn.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Kevin Durant.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And then Durant with the dunk.
Well, that's one way to go from defense to offense. KD capable of doing it all by himself.
Trent with it. KD's on it. Back to Anunoby. Barnes against Irving. Lock at 6. Barnes can't get it to go. Brooklyn leading by 21. And Simmons kicks to Irving. It's Durant on the way.
Fourth quarter.
Over Barnes. And there's KD. That's good on the assist by Irving. KD's got 28 points for the game. And here's Trent. Passes it to Van Vliet. Barnes looking around. to the inside. Trent gets the bucket.
Well, what a terrific possession. Attack in the painted area.
And Simmons has got the ball here for Brooklyn. Pass to Irving. A floater, and it's good on the way in.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Nets.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Kevin Durant.
He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing rebounds.
Here's Van Vliet. The shot, no good. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Simmons against Barnes. Simmons passes to Durant. The kick out to Warren. Off target with his three. Here's the Raptors with the ball. Here's Trent. Pass to Anunoby. Another shot. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
Don't give OG Anunoby too much space, boy. He will rise and fire in the catch-and-shoot game.
Irving with it. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to